Is it intentional?
It's not just the actors. You can come into the black consciousness community.
Oh.
You can come into the woke world. And all the people you see on YouTube talking black talk, look at their wives.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Katt Williams set the internet on fire last year on Club Shay Shay, where he mentioned this year. I'm sorry, I'm already in the future, goddamn. Where he mentioned all the celebrity black actors that have the superficial, light-skinned black wife. They put a picture up of all the people we were talking about. And they all have like the same similar looking.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I never watched the interview fully through, but I didn't know that there was a segment where he dealt with the light-skinned wife piece.
Yeah, I was like, what do you think about that? Because he showed...
It's intentional.
Is it intentional?
It's not just the actors. You can come into the black consciousness community.
Oh.
You can come into the woke world. And all the people you see on YouTube talking black talk, look at their wives. Most of them look like they could pass for Latino.
What do you feel that is?
Self-hate.
Self-hate, wow.
Let me give you something. And these are my heroes, so I'm not putting them down. Sheikh Anta Diop. Has anybody ever heard that name? No. You need to look him up. CheikHantadiop. Sheikh Anta Diop. He wrote a plethora of books that everybody needs to read. I haven't read them all yet. One of them is The African Origin of Civilization. This is the black man who snuck into the museums of Egypt and took skin off the mummies of Egypt and came up with a melanin dosage test to prove that the Egyptians had to be black based on the amount of pigmentation in their skin. He revolutionized the field of anthropology. And guess what? His wife was white. What am I saying to you? Knowledge and consciousness does not replace conditioning. You can know everything about Black history, but if you have not internalized it, if you are not convicted by it, you can still be a... And I'm not calling an ancestor that, but I'm showing you that just having knowledge of self does not preclude you from falling victim to the same types of self-hate as every other black man in the community does.
So when you see
black men are in large part light-skinned supremacists. We are biased towards lighter-skinned women. We are biased towards mixed-race women, and we are extra biased towards white women. Yes, black men, not just in America. This is global. Black men globally, African men, due to self-hate, colonization, slavery, indoctrination, we are biased against our dark-skinned and brown-skinned women. Yes, we are.
To go back to Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders real quick, when I watch a Colorado Buffs game and I see the girls waiting when they arrive on a bus or, they get on there, it's nothing but, the snow bunnies. They're screaming, hooping and hollering. And it makes it seem like, I remember there was a movie called He Got Game, where it showed the college life where he has a threesome with 2 snow bunnies. And it's almost like they made it seem like that's more fun. That's part of college for the black man or the black athlete. What do you say to the black athlete that has to kind of go against that when that's all they see?
Here's the thing. Again, the situation don't make the man. It reveals you to yourself. Look at brother Noah Lyles from the U.S. Olympic team. Did he not just marry a dark-skinned Jamaican sister? You see what I'm saying? He said, I don't care what the world want me to do. I don't care what my Olympic coaches want me to do. I know this ain't good for marketing, but I'm not here for that. That's my queen. She chocolate, she black, and I'm going to marry her. That's why I got a lot of respect for Noah Lyles. He went against the grain. He went against the grain. But you got 2 things here. Black men feel that you're not a success unless you have a snow bunny. Part of the black man's definition of success is the snow bunny. Trae Young married not too long ago. Joel Embiid married not too long ago. They know them white women wouldn't have married them if they didn't have money. They know they're being used, and they do it voluntarily. And they know when they run out of money, she's leaving. But they don't care because they're caught up in the matrix. You see. So, but you also black women have a role in this. First of all, black men are not teaching black boys to stay loyal to black women. And black women aren't teaching black boys to stay loyal to black women. I've had black mothers tell me they don't feel comfortable telling their sons that they can only date black women. How are you a whole black woman complaining about not having black men, but you can't tell your son to only date black women? Because it's a conflict of their religion. White Jesus won't let them tell their son that they can only date black girls. We are a walking contradiction. The very things we need to do to fix ourselves, we find an excuse not to do them.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say was the agents for professional athletes and entertainers, they tell them that having a white girl will be better for your marketability because we have to make you more acceptable to white people. So they're told to get light skin. They're told to get, if Travis Hunter's girlfriend carried on the way she carries on in public, if she was dark, they would have told him to drop her.
Free.
They would have made Travis Hunter drop her already. She's still standing because she don't look black and don't identify as black. I think she identifies as Latino.
Now, I have the Latinos, right? We have a lot of Latinos there.
You got white Latinos, you got Latino Africans.
Right.
Latino is an ethnicity, not a race. You can be of different races.
Okay. But then I think you probably asked about, because a lot of them appropriate the culture, but you feel like they belong there. They're not appropriating. They are black.
If you don't identify as African, you are appropriating the culture. I don't care about your biology. I care about your psychology.
Right. Now, what I was going to say is, so I remember you was talking about the sisters and how they dress. And one of the things you was like, the sister is beautiful, but until she learns how to cover up and be more modest, I believe you were talking about Sukihana.
Black women in general,
right,
could stand to dress a little more modestly. They could.
Okay.
Some of them are objectifying themselves to the point where it almost appears that they're selling even when they're not. And it's giving our daughters a bad influence because they also feel that I have to sell my body in order to be attractive to a man. So they need to calm it down, right? But that's not my biggest issue because not all black women dress in a promiscuous way. My issue is the fake hair. They got to give it up. First of all, y'all spending too much money on this fake hair. That money could be doing so much for black women, so much for black girls. We got a black girl problem. We got child trafficking problem. We got homeless black woman with children problem. And y'all spending $30 billion out here on beauty and hair. Get rid of them perms and weaves and wigs. If it was up to me, all black women would be shaved bald and grow it back natural.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.